Hello, facilitators. It's Marci from wavesofcommunication.com. I'm an intuitive speech language pathologist, and this particular channel is all for the intuitive part of what I do. I equip and empower parents and caregivers of late talking kids to use every bit of information you can get, including the intuitive messages you receive from your child. My talent is that I receive intuitive messages from the late talkers, kind of like a medium, only I channel messages from children who are late talking. And today we've got a big eclipse coming up. So I'm going to be channeling messages from your child and their higher self through the quantum energy into this reading where we talk about what's changing. There's a lot going to be changing if you follow any astrology at all. You've heard every single astrologer talk about how this eclipse season is huge. We've got a lunar eclipse that is happening in the sign of Virgo. This is Western astrology, and a solar eclipse that's happening in Aries, which is big new starts, which means that this lunar eclipse, a lot of things could be leaving, and the solar eclipse, things could be coming in, and your late talker's got a plan already about what that is. And so in this particular reading, what I am going to advise you to do to receive the message from your late talking child is to choose one of these cards. What you're going to do is pick one of these cards, and you're going to choose it by the animal and or the stone that's associated with it, whichever one inspires you to choose. You can choose more than one if you like, but there'll be one main one that reaches out to you. I've got this number 1 over here. Pile number 1 is the ladybug and the horse, or the horse and the ladybug. And number 2 here is the hummingbird. And I'm calling this the earth. And this is an elephant with a shark. And this is a lion with a turtle. So whoops, woohoo, the earth just jumped off of there. That one's got a lot of energy already behind it. Whoops, my goodness, and the horse reached out. So that's what we have as far as choices, folks. So this reading is already on fire. The kids are ready to start talking. By the way, it was the kids that inspired me to choose these painted rocks and use these animals as the inspiration. So whichever one of these animals, there are messages that go along with each one of them. We're going to talk about each one of them when we get to the piles. And like I said, the timestamps are in the description if you want to jump to the pile that you choose. So pile number 1, your late talking child chose the horse to communicate with you. I'm going to peel off the tape right now so we can see the message that goes with this. And it says, trust your feelings, the horse, and trust your feelings. So remember, we're asking about what's coming in. So I'm going to put the horse over here for a minute, get them straightened out. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to pull some more cards for you and get those sorted out right away. What we're going to do first is I'm going to take one of these intuition cards for mindfulness. This is a beautiful gift for me when I travel to Australia from my friend Christine. They're super cute. And I'm going to reach in here. I'm going to pull one of these out for you. And I'm going to put that over here. And then I'm going to, I need to go somewhere. By the way, the deck that we just looked at was the Children's Spirit Animal cards. The links for all these are going to be in the description. Now, the next deck that I want to pull from is this Oracle deck. It's called the Messenger Oracle right here. And then I'm going to pull cards from here, and I'm not sure how many. I'm told more than one. I see this one, and how many more? 2 more. They're telling me this one for sure, and this one. Any more? 1 more. This one. Okay, so these are oracle messages. And then I've got this fun deck. It's called the Affirmators. It's really cute. It's 50 affirmation cards to help you help yourself without the self-helpiness. They think the kids thought maybe this was a little bit more fun than some of the other tarot readings are, but we do have a tarot deck and they chose that one too. So we're getting, I don't know how many cards out of here. These 3 are stuck together. So we're going to get those 3 from there. And then we've got tarot that we're going to pull at the end, and we're going to use the Wonderland tarot deck because the kids chose it. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So, and then what we're going to start with is a chakra stone. So let me put these cards right over here for a second because we'll get to those messages. And then the first thing we're going to do is pull a chakra card. And this is just going to give us a little bit more of a flavor about, because trusting your feelings, that tells me a little bit about heart chakra. But let's see what chakra is affected for your child. So this is a root chakra, I think. Yep, looks pretty red to me. Root chakra, if not root chakra, sacral chakra, but I think it's root because it looks pretty red. So this is foundational, trusting your feelings with some foundational information. And the ladybug is also has some symbology with it that, you know, it gives me a little bit of message when I touch the ladybug. It's like we're in for some good luck. I think what I'm getting right now is already about change before we pull out any of these other cards, that we're talking about change where something you've been wanting to do foundationally, something, a place that you want to set roots, isn't working out, or you've had some luck about finding a place that you're maybe going to be taking root in the root chakra. Some luck about that. Ladybugs are about luck. And you're supposed to trust your feelings about that, because maybe it's not, maybe it came very quickly, maybe it the situation happened that, you know, it seems a little bit too good to be true and you're a little worried about it, but it really is good luck. And it's something foundationally about the roots, because we're talking about something that's going to change. So let's take a look at these oracle cards first. I'm going to save this affirmation card for the end because they're really nice. And see, the first one that we've got that comes out here, let me show you to the camera. It says, let 2 become 1, right? And there's some pretty exciting symbology there going on in that card. Let 2 become 1. And there is a person who's looking out, and it looks almost, see, there's someone here. There's 2 people, see the 2. And one person's looking away from the other person, and they're not really connected. So let 2 become 1 gives me a little bit of an idea that maybe there's some concern about connection, that there's not quite the connection, a one-on-one connection with someone, that there's a concern about it. And then here's one, wash away your burdens is the next oracle card. And the message that I'm getting from here is about, you know, there's been some worry. Obviously, let 2 become 1 because one person is looking somewhere worried about something. And this person says, you know, it's all going to be okay. Wash away your burdens. And this one says, observe in silence. And look, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it almost looked like a baby there, but it's not. It's just part of that fox's. But doesn't it almost look like a baby holding on there right at first glance, like a baby fox holding on to a mommy fox? It's what it sort of hit me with at first. Maybe they called my attention to that right away. And even though that's not what it is, that's the message you got. By the way, this is number 50. Woo-hoo. Let's make it 31. This is 31. They're hard to see. This is 24. This is 48. This is 31. I don't know if those numbers mean anything to you. And then we've got one more over here. Let me show it to the camera. And it says number 10, embrace the feminine. So here's we got to be careful about YouTube with things that we have to cover up. I didn't realize this was on here. Let me get a piece of tape really quick and cover her up. YouTube doesn't like to, even though I'm not monetized on this channel yet, we have to protect the eyeballs of the people on the YouTube. I watch enough tarot readers to see that this is going on, so sorry about that. We have to give her a little modesty. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, here she goes. All right, so Yeah, embrace the feminine. And look, she's got a little egg over here. Something new. She's having a baby, new. Embrace the feminine. The feminine is all about this idea that there is, um, that there's something that you can create, right? The feminine is the creator. And since we're talking about foundational change, some kind of luck with foundational change with your feelings about it, it's really, and you've worried about this situation. And this message from your child is about trusting your feelings. I'm really curious to see what these other affirmation cards say. This first one says nature. I'm going to read it because there's a lot on there. It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. Take a walk in the woods, smell those flowers, hug some trees. You might think you're being ironic, like, look at me, I'm being all tree huggery and stuff. But you'll find that even then, those trees will hug you back. So it doesn't matter how you feel about it. Get out in nature and hug a tree. Trees come from a long time before irony. Their earnestness is impervious to our jaded humor. If that doesn't make you want to hug them even more, I guess you're a robot. So look, we've got let two become one over here. And this idea, and look at all these green cards. I think this deck is primarily, there's a lot of green in it anyway, but here's another card, and this is a bonus card in this deck. It says bonus. So this is kind of a bonus message for you about potentially spending time in nature with your late talker. Maybe this new foundation that you have, there's more opportunity for you to be out in nature. And this has ups and downs. Look at this monkey, or I don't know what it is a monkey. No, it's a frog. Frog on a bungee cord, bungeeing, not attached to anything. Uh-oh. I see life as an incredible ride and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes. Looks like they might want to puke, yeah. But they're also make things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. So, getting out in nature is maybe, who knows, ups and downs, life's up and downs. And the other one says worthiness. Here's a little wombat, maybe. I just saw a wombat in Australia. They're super cute. He's having a little cream, or maybe it's a cat. I don't know. That's an interesting mustache. And it says worthiness. I'm worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve it and accept it. And damn it, I'm not gonna feel guilty when I get it. Guilt is not invited into my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away very quickly. Worthiness, right? So what I'm seeing about this is that, there's something so cool about this experience that, maybe it's not in the city, maybe it's not near other resources, maybe it's, you're going to have to, be, say, at home more. You're going to have to establish things in your place. And your kids, I know that this isn't what it is, but even from afar, it looks like somebody's holding on here. Your kids are really holding on to you, to depend on you, to get your feelings in check, right? And reconnect with this child. Wash away your burdens and worry. We lucked out. We lucked out with this situation. This eclipse is bringing surprising things, depending on where, especially Virgo and Aries are in your particular birth chart or your child's birth chart or whatever. Your whole situation could really be changing about where you establish roots for either where you live or where you work, or potentially from your child, how you connect with your child, because it's this trust your feelings and this two become one. I think potentially you might be distracted. It could be too good to be true to have the resources to live where you live and stay home and be with your child, and while it could be tighter, you can figure it out. Tighter financially, you can figure it out. While whatever it is, this child is wanting to reconnect with you. They're wanting to hold on. They've been observing you in silence while you've been burdening yourself with worry, about ups and downs. You've been stuck inside. The kids want to go out, but you've been stuck inside doing whatever you got to do. And whatever this lucky new foundation is for you, you're worth it. Your family's worth it. You've worked hard. It's not all about all that other stuff. Okay. All right. I'm called to pull the tarot out a little bit to see a little bit more. What I kind of want to know from your child is, a little bit more about this foundation. Can we know specifically when we're talking about foundation, some ideas about what we're talking about here? So that the person that chose this knows for sure that you're talking to them, and how you feel about all this stuff, this change. Obviously, you're looking to reconnect. What is it? What's the big push we need for this change? How do we get this change going? This change in foundation so that it benefits everybody. We're just going to pull them off the top. We've got how many? The 10 of flamingos in here. 10 of flamingos. 10 of spades is like the ones that the 10 of spades is the 10 of swords. Like this is, or flamingos. What is flamingos? I gotta find out from this deck. I want to make sure I know for sure that what is what. Here, if I look at the cards, I'll be able to tell you pretty quick. There's flamingos. Oh golly, you guys are helping me learn this. There's looks like seashells. That's probably cups. I want to say these are swords, flamingos, because they're noisy. Because something else, seashells. Ace of flamingos, wheel of fortune. These are flamingos. What are these? 3 of cups, 3 of cups. Oh boy. Well, I'm just going to tell you the symbolism that I see in them. Sorry, guys. Flamingos to me seem like jabbery, so I think that this is like swords. Oh, yeah, and here's the guy down. So this is like the 10 of swords. 10 of swords is ideas that are done. Like they're literally stepping on this keeper who's like, I think you should stay in this place. I think you should be like locked in this place. And they're all like, yeah, no, we're just gonna like look over there, and when our wings grow out, we're gonna fly over to those other new lands and all of that stuff. I really appreciate you. Sorry about that. All right, let's see what we get next. 10 of swords means something's done, eclipsing what's done. 4 of hats. This could be the, wait, is it 4? No, 5, 6. This is 6 of hats. So this looks like 6 of cups. Hats looks like cups because they're holding something, and this reminds me of the 6 of cups. And this is a mouse giving the girl an idea. 6 of cups traditionally is about revisiting childhood. Here, look, I have ideas. There's new ways to do things. Let me help you with some ideas. It could even be things that have been revisited. Maybe you're going back to a place that's familiar with you, or there's things that are there that are good for you, that the idea, like the energy, the emotional talk about energy about this place is not so good anymore, and these new ones are coming in to tell you what's going on. And then over here, we've got temperance. So this is like you had to take something. Temperance is both the patience and trust card, but it's trust that what you're trying, see how he's sticking his foot in the in the water here. You've tried this place. You're like, I think this is something I could make something out of, because he's also holding here. He's got a bag of who knows what that he's taken with him to try to turn into something interesting here and this new place. So, it looks like you're going to get the resources. Maybe that's the luck here. Some gift of some resources that are going to help you, emotional resources. Trust your feelings. Like, this is a good idea. This is like a gift for you so that you're able to make what you need to do out of this, what to make what you need to do. And then the last card that I have here is the Seven of Cups. Again, Seven of Hats. And in the Seven of Cups, this is the fantasy future card. You can create, like, whatever you get over here, you can mix with what you've got in your little bag of tricks, whatever that is, into the things that you want. You could make stuff that's not so great, if you focus on worry and stay with if you don't wash away your burdens, like in this water, get rid of that and let me try something new in my bag of tricks here to make this new thing. So this is a plan, you see, that you're responsible for creating with this embrace the feminine and observe in silence. Like, when you get there, you're going to figure out, trust your feelings. You're going to know that this new exciting foundation that you can create for yourself, you're worthy of that. You're definitely worthy of that. All right, let's finish this out. Thanks for being patient with me while we look at these. And it says happiness on the front, and inside it says, there is no great mystery to finding happiness. Happiness begins with gladness. What are you most thankful for today? So it seems to me that you might be thankful for a new lucky opportunity to start over. Your whole foundation starting over after a lot of ups and downs. Wherever you are is going to allow you to be in nature and hug trees and do it your way also, no matter what other people say. This card talked a lot about what other people think about what you think. And if you kind of want to do things a more natural way, that's up to you. So that's what all this is about, okay? So this was your reading pile one. Please like this video. If you like these kind of readings, make a comment and let me know I liked this. This helped me. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one, next time we're reading. If you want to know more about what I do and how I help families, go ahead and visit me over at wavesofcommunication.com. Thanks for joining me. Hello, pile two. You chose the hummingbird energy from your child to let us know what they want. So what we'll do first is we'll go ahead and pull this tape off to get the message that's on this card. And it says, cheer up. Hummingbird says, cheer up. And then you also pulled this earth stone. You chose this earth stone. And I'm going to take a chakra card, little stone, to see sort of what area of life. I just pulled this out of here. That was kind of weird that I didn't know that this was in there, but it's a little acorn. I don't know why I was inspired to pull that out for you as well, sort of a bonus little trinket, an acorn. But I want to get a chakra stone because I want to see what's changing this eclipse season for your late talker. And here we've got the heart chakra, the green stone. So, and then we've also got this acorn, which is a very earthy. It has to do with resources. It has to do with foundation. It has to do with having what you need. That's what the acorn does. And even the symbology of it is, the squirrels take and hide it away for later. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to pull a bunch of cards, and then we're going to do a reading to tell a story about what is changing for your child. And we're going to start with this little deck of intrinsic intuition cards for mindfulness. This was a little gift from my friend Christine in Australia, and we're just going to pull one out for you. And it says reframe on the front, and we're going to put this here and read that message at the end. So I'm going to put that over there. And then we're going to start to get some cards for you. Let me stick this there. Okay. The first deck that I'm going to pull from, these are oracle cards from the Messenger Oracle. Okay. And it's going to have to do with something regarding cheer up. And we've got feelings with cheer up. So we're already talking about feelings, and it could be feelings are somehow compromised by resources. But let's see what these cards get. The kids tell me how many I need to pull. One. Let's see how many messages we get. Ooh, this one. These two. Any more? One more. 4. That's enough. Okay. And then we've got this little deck, and there's one flipped sideways. So I'm told to take that one. And how many of these are we getting? This one, wiggle at me. How many of these are we taking? This one. That's it. 3 of those. All right. So let's do that. Now that we've looked at these, I want to take a look at these oracle cards to see what kind of feelings or what kind of issues surrounding feelings, surrounding depression, surrounding sadness are going to be changing, because remember, we're asking here what is changing this eclipse season, and we want to get a little story. Sometimes these oracle cards will sort of move through a progression about what is the concern into what's the strategy to move out of that concern. That's how reading number 1 went anyway. So let's take a look at these cards one by one and see what we get. This is card number 41. 41 is like 5 equals change. It's one of my numbers, and it says share your thoughts. So there's a big dragon here, and then there's somebody here on the side. Not sure. It's just some kind of light that's coming out, that there are thoughts somewhere over in here that are not being shared with light. There may be dark thoughts over here. This creature is not communicating at all, just kind of being quiet, and the thoughts are in there. Maybe a few more dark thoughts than light thoughts with this cheer up card. That kind of makes sense. Let's see what else we get. I'm going to pull these up here. The next card we get is Be Vigilant. Let's see if we can zoom in up close and see what that is. If it's looks like a tree that's kind of on fire in the middle there. There it goes. It's getting a little more. It's a bunch of symbolism. Be vigilant. Card number 3. And it's a big dragon. I mean, this is the dragon's head right here. And inside the dragon is this tree in the dragon's belly. And so the dragon is, protecting this tree for to grow, to sustain, to not burn up in this fire belly. I mean, there's lots of potential issues. Somebody feels the need to be vigilant. Number 3 is about work. The next one says heed the messages. It's number 16 there. And here's a very different color card. Look, compared to these darker cards here, this one's very bright and blue. She's got a little, looks like a bird on her shoulder, a little blue bird on her shoulder, and feathers there. Feathers might be messages. You might be getting messages in the way of feathers, okay? And something about a change for me, because, we're talking about what's changing, and certainly the colors or the mood of these cards is changing. And let's see this one. It says, let 2 become 1. It's so interesting. The last pile also got this card, and it's number 24. It says, let 2 become 1. And what I found interesting in the last one, the symbolism, although I didn't see this dragonfly here, There are two figures in this card, and one is looking away and one is looking forward. So they're not looking at each other and they're not together, like they're not connected. They're both in their stuff, and change wants them to connect. So for change to happen, this transparent little dragonfly over here is having a need to activate some transformation. Be vigilant about connection for cheering up. Like, this is a way to move forward. Share your thoughts and heed the messages. Maybe this late talker is communicating with you their feelings. Maybe they are depressed and they need you to help facilitate them to cheer up and move forward. Let's see the Affirmators. This is a little deck. Yeah. What I liked about it was these cards to help you help yourself without self-helpiness or judgment from other people. Doesn't matter how self-helpiness or woo-woo you are. You watch these messages to help yourself. So that's what I want to help you do always, right? So the first one says spontaneity. This is a bonus card. It says spontaneity. I'm going to read it because it's very small. Do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. There's a pretty good chance your name is not Charlie. So, like I said, they're funny cards, but the idea here is that you maybe being vigilant is keeping you being vigilant about something is keeping you sad, and being spontaneous is the way for you to move forward. This is a suggestion, right, about how to activate these change, because maybe some of the things that are you've been so vigilant about are going away, or you don't even like so much anymore. Some of these things, I always look at how do the cards connect, and then heed the messages means that you're feeling, you're thinking maybe something already needs to change, but you're scared because you're so vigilant about taking advantage of a new situation. I have a new workbook challenge going on my channel. You might want to check that out. Courage. No one's fearless. Look at this. No one's fearless. Even the boogeyman, gets scared, I suppose. No one is fearless. No one. Even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the something. Then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. So that's it. All right. All right. If you're afraid of a new idea, the new idea, how you feel, to change how you feel about something you don't like that's causing you to feel sad, or your child to feel sad. Maybe you're staying with a treatment program or a therapist or a house or a whatever, some situation that's just causing your child to feel sad, and they want you to help them cheer up. They want some spontaneous, and they want you to be courageous enough to take this on yourself instead of maybe give it away to someone else, right? Yeah, because this is it. They want playfulness. They want Mary Poppins. They don't want somebody who's going to be forcing them to do things because we have to, because I'm scared. I'm scared. No one's fearless. You're scared, right? And your child says, I want to play. They're a playful participant in life. I always have the option to make something fun in a game rather than a heavy burden. If it isn't fun, it isn't fun. right? Mary Poppins put sugar in the medicine for a reason. The lady really knows how to party. Do you know how to party? Do you have the courage to be spontaneous and have some fun? Sometimes your kid needs you to cheer up, because when you're happy, they're happy. When you're scared, they're scared. They mirror your energy, what needs to change in your heart chakra. And this blue stone, what you talk about, what you express, your feelings, the whole foundation of everything. What your child needs most of all is not this vigilance, but they need you to, they've been telling you they're not happy. If your child's not happy, you know. Let's pull some tarot from the Alice in Wonderland tarot. I just figured out in the last reading how to read it because the kids wanted me to play it, and they said that's what we do. And this is all card games, by the way. This is loose advice. You have to follow the real messages that you receive one-on-one from your late talking child. Heed the messages. You're getting them. Your late talking child is trying to communicate with you all the time what they need. They need you to heed the messages and listen to them, right? Card number 1 is the Knight of Oysters. This is the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady. We can get there step by step by step. It doesn't have to be, if we work harder, we'll get there faster. That's not it. What your late talking needs to stop and smell the roses for a minute. Have a little fun once in a while. Yeah, we'll work on it every day, but what are we working on and why? What's in this oyster? Is it worth it, hauling it all the way across the desert to see what's inside and let it grow and get bigger? Next card is the 5 of Peppermills, 5 of Wands. Everybody's fighting about the right thing to do. No, this is the right one. This is the right one. Think about it from spices. I like this flavor. I like this flavor. I like this taste. It needs more spice. It needs less spice. I can't handle spice. I want more spice. It doesn't even taste like anything without spice. Right? This is people arguing about whether you need to take the right time or not. Remember, this is a story that progresses moving forward, that is finishing out with you guys becoming together, getting together on this. The next card is the 9 of Oysters. 9 of, she's like ready to go cook these things. Like the 9 of Wands, this, or not the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles. She's got all her oysters. You know how to do this. She's ready to make a plan to cook and eat these oysters. She knows what to do. She's got enough, plenty for her and everybody else. The right spices. She's figured out the right spices. She's ready to cook. She's done playing around with, is it this, is it that? Is it for autism? Is it virtual autism? Is ABA? Is not ABA? Your child is telling you that they're not happy with whatever's going on right now. What needs to change is whatever's going on that's causing your child to be sad. They're not cheery. They're not feeling good. Right? Last card, the World. It's time to change. The world is, the cycle is done. The cycle of vigilance with arguing and vigilant arguing gets you nowhere. The world is your new escape into a new place, the ladder to success. Your late talker knows that it's through playfulness and courage to say no to what doesn't taste good or feel good in your resources, in what you do every day. Picking the nuts, carrying the nuts, storing the nuts. We got to store these nuts. What if we stop? What if we whatever? What if blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? That's what all this is. Somebody's too worried and doing things out of worry and fear, that your late talker, they're sad about it. They need you to cheer up. You're sad because whatever this is going on is probably not working either. Okay? So that's what I've got for you. Pile two, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next reading. Please like this video, like. I'm trying to figure out how to get the thumbs to go up, up, up. Like this video. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Oh my goodness, wait, I forgot. The last little message, the reframe message. This is going to be really important for the eclipse because we've got the Mercury retrograde going on. So this is just the last bit there for pile two. So it says reframe on the front, and it says optimistic people aren't free from adversity. The difference is how they view the cards they're dealt with. Practice daily optimism by reframing negative or challenging situations. You've got that. You got that 5, and you've got this sadness going on. Reframe is the big message here. Reframe what you believe works for you every day, because what you're told to do is not the same. It's not working. Time to reframe. All right, that's it. Thanks, number 2. Pile 3, you chose the elephant card and this shark painted rock. This is painted by one of my friends in Australia. I brought it back to the US to hide over at the aquarium. Cute little shark. Love him. Keeping him for a minute to share his energy. And the elephant card message is you can overcome any problem. So there must be a problem going on. What I'm doing in this reading, what we're looking at, by the way, this is pile 3, the elephants and the shark. I'm getting better at getting all my technology coordinated. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull a chakra stone to find out maybe what area of life this problem is happening in. And then we're going to pull an inspiration card here from this beautiful little deck that was gifted by my friend Christine. And then I've got some more cards to pull to get more message about a story. So let's go ahead and pull that chakra stone first. And you got the third eye chakra, the purple stone. Third eye chakra. So this is about intuition, intuitive telepathy, things like that, you know, different kinds of higher level ideas, third eye visions for the future. I'm getting those kinds of things. So maybe we've got problems related to this child's future. There's a concern about school or something like that going on. With the shark, maybe there's some, you know, you're worried about sending your child into a place in their future that they're feeling like they're going to be going into the sharks, something like that. That's a first initial message that I got, but we'll pull cards to do. Let me just pull really quick from this little beautiful deck. It says scatter seeds, and then I'll read the inside message at the end of the reading. Okay, first deck we've got is the Messenger Oracle. This is the Messenger Oracle right here that we're going to be pulling some cards from. And I've been getting 4 cards for each pile. Let's see which 4 cards come out for you as a message about what is changing. I'm going to put this energy into the cards. What's changing this eclipse season? There's one right there. They say I can pick them 2, 3, and 4. This guy. Okay. And then I've also got this cute little Affirmators deck. This is, you know, 50 affirmation cards that help you help yourself without so much self-helpiness. It doesn't matter how self-helpy you are. Let's get some cards from this deck. This is an advice deck. I think this is one that the kids chose for the message today because it's giving us some good advice regarding the problem or story or situation that's going on. Let's see, which ones do we want from this? 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I've also got some tarot cards to read and expand on at the end. So let's start first with these oracle cards so we see what we have. Oh, so interesting. One of the other piles also got this one. It's card number 10, Embrace the Feminine. And this is a pregnant mom, and she's holding an egg. So obviously something is in development. Something's working on being developed right now. Somebody's visioning the future. Obviously there's a baby coming or something coming about that, you know, you're all anticipating, but maybe there's a problem with it. I mean, I'm not sure. Let's see what else we got. And this says we see the truth. And it's a nice little beautiful owl here, a white owl. Let's see if I can get that to focus for you. See the truth, number 39. There she is. Yeah. See the truth. So there is something going on, some truth that you've learned, that you've seen with your third eye or your late talker has, that maybe they're alerting you to. The shark is very, you know, can be pretty sudden attack. You know, you could have a kind of an attack around something. Let's see. It says, let go of the old. And this is number 22 with this beautiful peacock. And there's a big change in color here from the, you know, bright lights to the dark or the dark to the light. There's definitely a dichotomy here of those colors, right? And let's see what the last one is. It says trust in magic, number 47, which makes 11. It's one of my numbers. And there's 2 crows on this and night in the night sky with stars. And they're calm and trusting, like they know things are going to be okay, right? So now when we look at these, just these 4 cards together with this information, and we've seen and scattering seeds here even as a prelim for what's coming with this message. The idea in embracing the feminine, she's scattering seeds for real, but they must be seeds to overcome a problem. There's the truth in something that's not magical. See the truth and trust in magic means see the truth in, you know, something that's been going on. Some problem is maybe not as big of a problem as you think, because you can overcome it, you know, with the elephant and your third eye, you know, because you can create with the egg and the new baby, pregnant mama, fertile mama, you know, can create anything but let go of the old. See, this tells me that something, you're creating something to replace something. This is total eclipse energy. But what is it? I mean, that's something that you're going to know. It's a problem. It's a problem you're trying to overcome. You're creating the solution to the problem that you have. And the problem that you have, like, you're really having to trust that something old, something you've been holding on to, something that went from like, yeah, oh, this is going to be peachy to, you know, the true colors are coming out. Look at this. Like, ooh, this is golden, you know, rose colored glasses compared to, ooh, the true colors are here. And proudly, these are my true colors. Something you've got to let go of because it wasn't, I mean, it was too good to be true. It caused a problem. You've seen the truth about it. And you have to trust in the magic, maybe what the real truth is behind the scenes. Let's see this advice. I'm really curious to see what these affirmator cards have to say. The first one says gentleness. Look, it's a gentle little puffy cloud, fluffy guy. Says gentleness. I'll read this one. I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. Okay. I'm a fluffy, unafraid cloud and being receptive. I'll take in whatever. I'm like a baby deer who's best friends with a baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps his little trunk around my shoulders and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. Look, you picked the elephant, and this talks about an elephant. Elephants might be significant to your child. One of the little friends that I visited in Australia, he was into elephants. That was his like spirit animal. I think he carried around all the elephants. I like my Ganesh little elephant here. You know, I've got him handy. He wanted to join this reading at some point. Probably this is the time right here. Little Ganesh. He's an elephant. And he overcomes problems. I mean, that's why that's the animal, perhaps. And gentleness has something to do with it, something that you're letting go of. It doesn't feel gentle, it feels like a problem. Let's see what else we have. We have ideal partnership. Ideal partnership, wine and cheese. I'm a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I'm paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. So, gentleness and the ideal partnership. These guys trust in each other. The ideal partnership is going to trust. Ideal partnership for what? For something you're doing to solve a problem. We'll pull a tarot to learn a little bit more about this. And then you got a bonus card as well. Perseverance. Okay. It seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. We always do. The storm always ends at some point, and then you got to come out on the other side, right? The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You can overcome any problem, right? Wow. I mean, your kid knows you got it going on. You got it going on, right? You don't need to enjoy it. You just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest in inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing and like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters, right? This is dark stuff. This is us saying we are going to do this. We're going to figure this out. We are the source of the information. We know it. We parents, we mommy, we can let go of the old. We see the truth about the old. It's not ideal. The ideal partnership is us together as a family unit, persevering through whatever we're dealing with, any problem. So whatever this is, let's find out a little bit more from the tarot. This is the Alice in Wonderland, the Wonderland tarot deck, based on Alice in Wonderland. It's also based on the tarot, the Rider-Waite tarot, but the kids picked this one to use today, so that's what we're doing. We're taking cards from the tarot deck, and for this one, I'm just pulling them from the top. We've just got some cards. Let's see what we get. This story says, start now. It's the Three of Cups. This is a party. This is a celebration. This is everybody hanging out and sharing happy good times. The next card is the Queen of Hats, the queen of this. This is you knowing the queen. This is the Queen of Hats, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Emotions. Like, we're sharing our emotions. We're happy. We're successful. We're overcoming problems. We did it. We did it. Not because we just, whatever, we went with what we know is true from our heart, right? The next one is the Page of Flamingos, the Page of Swords, or the information. He's looking right at her to say, ooh, she figured it out. She sees the truth. The truth is that it wasn't an ideal partnership. They weren't considering you to be special enough. The page says, you're special. You're special. You got this. And the Four of Peppermills, Four of Wands, means you're going to find it. You'll get there because you're going to persevere to get to the other side. For Peppermill says, we got everything lined up. We know what we're doing. We've got a new plan, a plan that we're passionate about, so passionate about that we're going to leave this other junk behind, celebrate the idea that we're on the right path now. So the thing that you're getting from this eclipse, what's changing this eclipse is your plan. You're planting seeds. You're scattering seeds. Let's see what it says. It says, I'm going to get a focus. A beautiful life grows from the seeds of love, hope, and kindness. Be mindful of the seeds you plant today. You see the truth. Trust in magic. You've got this. You can overcome any problem, whatever this problem is. You've got to let go of the old, see the truth, let go of the old, trust in magic, and get gentle. Whatever comes at you, you're a puffy cloud. Bounces right off you. You absorb it. You process it. You rain it out with pee, whatever. Be gentle about whatever this is. Just bye. No, thank you. Let go of the old. See it for what it is and say, no, thank you. We're headed towards something else, something we feel celebratory about, and celebrate the fact that you're done. Don't be sad and worried about it. Be happy you figured it out, because that's the best thing we can do is when something isn't working for us and we need to let it go. It's going to show us exactly who it is. And we're going to respond with gentleness and say, no, thank you. I'm looking for an ideal partnership with an idea that is ideal. Wine and cheese goes great together to help me overcome the problems that I have. So that's your reading, pile 3. Thank you for joining me. Like this video, please. Comment below if you want to see more of these kinds of videos. And if this pile resonated for you, thank you so much. Hey, pile 4. Let me pull up your thing. This is the lion and the turtle pile. So this is a little sea turtle rock that was painted by this gal in Hudson, Florida. So thank you for sharing that rock with us. Late talkers wanted to pick the rocks today. So we've got turtle and we've got lion. Let's pull, first we're going to pull the tape off to see the message on this card. And it says, ask for what you want. Ask for what you want. Okay, so what we're going to do, remember, this reading is all about what is changing this eclipse season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a chakra card to see about what area of your life this particular card is sharing messages for us. And then I'm going to pull one of these intuition cards for mindfulness to get started. And then I've got some other cards I'm going to pull to tell the story about what's changing for you and your late talker this season. All right. So first thing we're going to do is pull out a chakra card. And you got this is the, this is the third eye chakra. So the other one that I pulled, this is definitely third eye. Yeah, because it's purple. The other one that I pulled for the last reading. So if you read pile number 3, that was more the intuitive, the crown chakra. I should know these better. Need to have a little drink of water. So the third eye chakra is knowing what I want. Like I'm envisioning the future. I see what I want. I have a vision about what I want, because we're talking about what I want. And the turtle means maybe it's coming a little more slowly. And so they need to figure out how to ask for what they want. They're not maybe getting what they want, or you're not getting what you want, what you see, what you expect, what you anticipate. And that could be what's going on. Let's see what this initial message is. So there's a message on the outside and the inside of these little cards. We're going to do the outside first, and it says mindset on this one. And then we'll read the inside at the end. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some cards from the Messenger Oracle deck here. right here, and we're going to pull 4 of these cards to kind of get a story. Sometimes it starts with sort of what the problem is, and then we get information about what or how the issue's presenting. Otherwise, it's more of a story about what is going on with this particular issue. So they tell me to go ahead and shuffle a couple more times. Let's see what happens. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards for you. And then I'm going to pull 3 cards from this Affirmators deck, which is 50 affirmation cards to help you help yourself without the self-helpiness. It doesn't matter how woo-woo you are or not. All of these readings, whoop, there's one right there. And there's another one right there. Oh, these cards really want to talk to you. And there's the third one right there. Okay, and then I've got some tarot cards I'll pull at the end if we need to get some more clarity on the story. Okay, so we're going to start with, we've got our lion here asking for what you want. And then this first card is number 44, and it says surrender to the flow. And here's a ladybug. Now, we had a ladybug that was in pile number 1. So if maybe that resonated with you at all, you might want to watch that pile or not. It's up to you if you want. But this says surrender to the flow. This ladybug, look, let's just look at the symbolism for a minute. This ladybug is riding on a leaf in the waves of communication. That looks a lot like some of the graphics that I use in some of my work. So there's that to begin with. Let's see, surrender to the flow. And then this, look at this little white kitty. This is card number 19. It says, know you belong. Know you belong. It's like a white kitty fairy with wings. Beautiful white wings, white, blue, white, purple. This one, this card's come out for 3 of the 4 piles so far. Embrace the feminine. It is card number 10. She is both pregnant and has an egg that she is generating a new something with. And you got card number 28, need and necessity. So interesting. Ask for what you want. And then you got this need and necessity card. And she also has her third eye showing here, and you got the third eye card, meaning there's a lot of intuitive communication going on here. There's light and dark. There's a bird with 3 heads. There's yin and yang. There's a lot of need and necessity here. Dark and light. I mean, we all need all of it. There's a big owl at the top, or eagle at the top, looks like. Those branches look like its legs. I mean, this is a really complex card, need and necessity. Really exciting imagery there about getting what you want. So there is something about needs, and I don't know whose needs aren't being met or what those needs are, but let's find out a little bit more from the cards and see what else we've got for you. And so this is personal growth. Here's a frog learning to ride a bike. I'm going to read it. As I move toward greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away. Like training wheels on a bike, they helped me get where I am, but now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except for when I'm making bike analogies, right? So this is, again, riding without training wheels to get what you want, knowing you belong, and need and necessity. So remember, wait a minute, maybe there is something that you've been using. So let's say you've been using a yes, no board, or a letter board, or a talkie box, or sign language, or PACS, or something like that, or even therapy to help you fill your time, be with your kid, facilitate language, whatever. It's time to ask for what you want. Maybe it's, I want to learn to do this myself, right? Surrender to the flow. My child needs me to do it. I'm ready to develop the skills and abilities. I have the knowledge I need to be able to do it. And what do I need need and necessity. Do I need all of these things? If I know what I want and know what I need, let's see what else is here for you. Confidence. Maybe you need confidence. That's what you need. Confidence for your personal growth, to surrender to the flow of you are the best facilitator for your child. You can see that your child has developed slowly, 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 slowly. You can see development. But what you really want, what you've got, isn't getting you there. It's time to move beyond it. Know you belong as your child's language facilitator, right? And surrender to the flow by letting this happen at its own pace, right? This confidence. In this moment, I take a step back and look at myself with pride. You are of a good mother, the pride of a good mother. Yes. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. You see it. It's coming. You're growing it. If I could stick myself on a refrigerator, I would, right? Because you belong. What you do is important, more important, maybe, because you've grown, you figured it out, right? I'd invite all the neighbors over and say, look at that. Can you believe what that A+ is? Like, I did this. You did this. You belong. You don't need anybody else to do this for you anymore. You are the lion. You've transformed. You figured it out. Maybe before you didn't. You didn't have confidence. This says gratitude. Look, I'm happy to have a clean radio. I don't know what this is. Today I'm grateful for all the little things, even when the big things suck. Yeah. There are always plenty of little things that I can be at least a little grateful for, like hot showers and music and the fact that humans invented the internet and I'm allowed to use it whenever I want to watch readings like this. Using fingers and thumbs that I can do whatever I want to. There's other people that don't have as much as you have, that didn't figure it out, that are still stuck doing things that other people are doing. You didn't. You figured it out. You belong in the driver's seat of your child's language facilitation journey. You've surrendered to the flow of your child's situation and you're grateful for that. If you're not, this is what you need. To get what you want, this is the path. Personal growth, confidence, and gratitude. Those of you who figured it out, bravo. Those of you who are drawn to this meeting are probably right on the verge. You can see yourself as this language facilitation person, the main one for my kid, the source of language for your child. Let's get the tarot. This is the tarot, the Alice in Wonderland deck. The kids inspired me to use it. Kids, I mean all your kids. They inspired me to use it to help tell the story of this. Let's find out where you are. Are you stuck? Did you figure it out? Are you teaching other people? What's going on for you? You got the Queen of Swords, Queen of Flamingos. She knows her heads are above the flamingos. Blah, 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 blah. Flamingos. This is blah, blah, blah over here. Blah, 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 blah. You're like, no, I know better. I know better. I know better. I've surrendered. I figured it out. I tried all that stuff. I surrendered to the flow, but I realized that I know better. I know better than the flamingo. I'm the queen of this, especially my kid. You got the 9 of oysters, which is the 9 of pentacles, which is everything you need, all the sources, all the stuff. You have everything you want. You can ask for everything you want. You can have everything you want. She's set. She's like pre-queen. I've got everything I want except for like the power and confidence to show that this is what it is. This is what it is. It's me. I'm it. I'm the queen, right? The 5 of flamingos is, look, it's a battle. It's all, no, you don't know better. I know better. I got the better flamingos. Your flamingos aren't good like my flamingos. My ideas are better. I'll fight you over my my flamingos are better than your flamingos, right? You don't need it. You already got your oysters. You don't need blah blah blah. More blah blah blah. You figured it out. And you got the world. The last pile, you if you were inspired at all to watch pile 3, it's probably the pile that is also for you potentially. And this is the world. This is, an idea finished. I know better. I've got my escape route. I'm at the end of this cycle. I asked for what I want. I manifested it. I literally grew it in my belly to turn into a whole new thing. Because what is changing for you this eclipse season is all the new is coming in because you've learned how to go with the flow. You've learned how to trust. You've learned how to get what you need. That's what this says. I get what I need. I leave behind what I don't want. I know better. I get what I need. Use it properly. I ignore the BS from other people so that I can transform and I can get what I want. That's how you get what you want. You just ask for it and get it yourself. You don't need it from anybody else, right? It's personal growth, confidence, and gratitude. That's how you get what you want. That's how you get what you want. And the cards say that you will, and you do, and you're gonna. So please like this video. For those of you watching, if you like this again, I want you to have more experiences like that. And if you like it, let me know. Your mindset card here says the change in our lives begins with a change in our minds. So that's what it is. You figured out that it's all about you and what you do with your child. If you need help to make a plan, I help people do that at wavesofcommunication.com. I have a brand new workbook challenge going on right now on my other channel. So visit that. And then I will see you all next time for another reading. Bye for now.